Hey there, friends. It's Pharmacist Michael. What if I told you there's a compound found in brown seaweed that's being studied for fighting cancer, boosting immunity, lowering inflammation, and even protecting your gut? Sounds too good to be true, right? Today we're diving deep, literally, into fucoidan, a seaweed derived polysaccharide with some fascinating research behind it. But we're not stopping at the hype. I'll also break down the risks, dosage, and who should avoid it. So let's get into this. You've probably never heard of fucoidan, unless you eat a lot of seaweed salad, but your immune system might just love it. Fucoidan is a sulfated polysaccharide found primarily in brown seaweeds like wakame, kombu, Mozuku, and bladderwrack. It's been used in traditional Asian medicine for centuries, especially in Okinawa, Japan, a region known for its high number of centenarians. What's special about it? It's not just fiber, it's bioactive. Fucoidan interacts with cell signaling pathways, immune cells, and inflammatory mediators. That's why researchers are so interested in its potential health benefits. This seaweed extract isn't just for sushi. It might be one of nature's most underrated immune supporters. And the more we learn about it, the more it seems like fucoidan is a Swiss Army knife for your body. Let's dive into the top benefits of fucoidan based on both traditional use and what modern science is discovering. Number one, immune support and antiviral activity. Let's start with what fucoidan is best known for, supporting your immune system. Fucoidan has been shown to activate natural killer cells, T cells, and macrophages, the very cells that are on the front line of your body's defense system. Why does this matter? Because these cells don't just fight off colds, they're critical for identifying and destroying infected or cancerous cells before they spread. Lab studies suggest that fucoidan may inhibit viral replication for certain viruses, including herpes simplex virus, influenza A, even SARS-CoV-2, the virus behind COVID-19, where fucoidan was shown in vitro to bind to the spike protein and prevent viral entry into host cells. Now, let's be clear, this is early stage research. It doesn't mean taking Fucoidan will prevent COVID, but it does point to some intriguing immune enhancing properties worth paying attention to. Number two, cancer research. Here's where things get even more interesting and, yes, a little controversial. In several preclinical studies, fucoidan has been shown to trigger apoptosis. That's the natural cell suicide mechanism in cancer cells, including colon, breast, prostate, and leukemia cell lines, inhibit angiogenesis, which is how tumors create new blood vessels to feed themselves and grow, slow down cancer cell proliferation, and reduce metastases in some animal models. In Japan, fucoidan is actually used as a complementary therapy in cancer clinics, often alongside chemotherapy or radiation, not as a replacement, but as a potential immune modulating support. And here's the key: many cancer treatments weaken the immune system. Fucoidan may help rebalance and support that immune response while possibly enhancing treatment outcomes. Here's an important note: these are early stage findings. Fucoidan is not a cure for cancer, and it should never replace conventional treatment. But the potential role as a supportive adjunct therapy is promising, and ongoing human trials are exploring this further. Number three is anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Chronic inflammation is at the root of just about every modern disease, from arthritis to Alzheimer's. That's where fucoidan may offer some serious support. Fucoidan has been shown to suppress pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha, IL-6, and COX-2. These are the same inflammatory markers elevated in conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, and even chronic fatigue syndrome. Some studies show fucoidan's effects may be comparable to nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs, but without the gut-damaging side effects. Plus, its antioxidant properties help neutralize free radicals, protecting cells from oxidative stress, a key driver of aging and chronic illness. Gut health and prebiotic effect. Now, here's a benefit you might not expect. Fucoidan might actually help your gut thrive. Emerging research suggests that fucoidan acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria. This can lead to improved gut barrier function, reduced intestinal inflammation, and better nutrient absorption. In animal studies, fucoidan has been shown to protect the intestinal lining in models of ulcerative colitis and leaky gut syndrome. Think of it as both a defender and a nurturer for your microbiome. Number 5 is heart health and cholesterol. Heart disease is still the #1 killer worldwide, and fucoidan might just help shift the odds in your favor. Some studies suggest fucoidan may lower LDL cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, improve HDL levels, and inhibit platelet aggregation, which reduces the risk of blood clots. It may also help improve vascular flexibility and lower blood pressure, possibly through modulation of nitric oxide, which helps blood vessels relax. While human studies are still limited, the cardiovascular effects observed in animal and in vitro models are enough to warrant further exploration, especially for people with early signs of metabolic syndrome or hypertension. Just because it comes from seaweed doesn't mean it's safe for everyone. Here's what you need to know before trying fucoidan. While fucoidan appears to be generally well tolerated, there are some important caveats. Bleeding risk. Fucoidan has mild anticoagulant or blood thinning effects. It may increase bleeding risk, especially if you're on warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, or other blood thinners. Iodine content. Brown seaweeds are high in iodine, which can disrupt thyroid function, especially in people with Hashimoto's or hyperthyroidism. Pregnancy and breastfeeding. Not enough data exists, so it's best to avoid fucoidan during pregnancy or while nursing, unless approved by a healthcare provider. Autoimmune conditions. Because it stimulates the immune system, it might exacerbate autoimmune conditions in some individuals, like lupus, MS, or rheumatoid arthritis. So, how much fucoidan should you take? And is there a smarter way to stack it? Most clinical studies have used dosages between 100 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams per day, depending on the condition. For general health and immune support, a good starting point is about 300 to 500 milligrams daily with food. Choose a standardized extract from Wakame or Mozuku. Take a look at the description section of this video for my supplement recommendation. Here's some smart stack ideas. With vitamin C, this enhances absorption. With curcumin or quercetin, this may offer synergistic anti-inflammatory effects. With probiotics, for gut support. But always talk to your healthcare provider, especially if you take medications or have chronic conditions. Fucoidan is one of those rare natural compounds that looks promising from multiple angles, but it's not for everyone. So what do I think as a pharmacist? Fucoidan is definitely one of the most exciting natural compounds I've researched, especially for immune support, gut health, and inflammation. But it's not a magic bullet, and we need more human trials to confirm many of its benefits. If you're healthy, not on blood thinners, and want to support your immune system naturally, fucoidan might be worth exploring. Do you have questions about fucoidan or seaweed supplements? Drop them in the comments. I answer as many as I can. And if you want more videos about evidence-based supplements, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a dose of truth. I'll see you in the next one. My name's Pharmacist Michael. Be happy and be healthy.